Hey guys, welcome to Prince of Peace Tarot. I'm Justin, and today I'll be doing a reading for those of you with Sagittarius placements in your chart. So if you have Sagittarius anywhere within your chart, this reading could resonate. And if it does, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. Okay guys, so before I jump into your spread, let's say a prayer. Infinite Creator, Olodumare, to my higher self, my Ori, Ashu, Obatala, to the Agum Marine Laye, Holy Spirit, Spirit Guides, to my benevolent ancestors, known and unknown, Florine Williams, Norman Williams, Exius Willie, thank you for allowing me to source the most accurate reading for those with Sagittarius placements in their chart. All right, guys, let's get into your reading, okay? Your first card out is the Two of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Air. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, clarified by Ogun. Chariot in the upright, clarified by the Guardian Angel. King of Cups, clarified by Salamanders or the King of Wands. Ace of Cups, clarified by the Ten of Air, Ten of Swords. The Star at the top of the deck is the Star, clarified by the Four of Air or Four of Swords. And at the bottom of the deck, Ten of Cups, clarified by Eight of Earth or Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. All right, guys, let's get into this. There's a lot of healing energy here. I'm seeing a lot of angels. Got a lot of major arcana. There's something about timing here, needing to release doubt around timing, that things are going to change. There's something preventing you. There's something mental preventing you from putting in more work or moving forward in a particular direction. Which I think you already know which way to go. So Two of Wands, clarified by the Ace of Air. I don't know whether it's like, do I go over here or is this really meant for me? But I feel like you know it's meant for you. I think it's time for you to break into new territory, whether that's moving. There could be something here about moving, real estate, and inheritance. Like on a mundane level, moving, real estate, inheritance, something being stuck or blocked or something like that. But it's coming. It's Ace of Air. Like, I feel like your angels, guides, the Holy Spirit is going to make sure something happens and is trying to assure you that the direction you feel most led to go in is the right way. But, you know, there's some mental block there about that moving, you know, whether it's a physical move or I'm supposed to go do this thing kind of thing. All right. That's the first energy out here. But you are in control. You are in control. There is, it's just a timing thing here. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, clarified by Ogun. All right. This is giving me strength energy, and it's about doubt. And it's about doubt concerning a new start. You think something's off, like something should be happening right now that's not happening, or it won't ever happen. And when you get that doubt, there's an emotional feeling where things could get like, the emotions could start to run very, very high. And when your emotions run high, I think you kind of want to be done with something. What? I don't know. But calm down, please. Calm down a little bit, whatever this is. Next to your Wheel of Fortune, you have the Chariot. So I know there's success for you. It's just a matter of time. And that's why you need balance. Okay? You need balance because that will ensure your success. This mental, like instability, stuckness, whatever this is, this stops you from actually working toward a thing. And when you stop moving, whatever you want to come to you doesn't really come. So keep moving forward. Keep moving forward. Even like, I want to tell you this, some of you all can't physically go anywhere, but you can get ready to go somewhere. You can get ready for something to change, and that makes a difference as well too. So if it's not that I can't physically move to the next spot, keep preparing yourself for where you envision yourself to be. That's what I feel here for the Ten of Cups, clarified by the Eight of Pentacles. Only focus on the outcome. This is the outcome you're looking for. That's where your focus should be. But there's a work with Eight of Pentacles. There's a work, there's a focus, there's a diligence that goes into the vision that needs to happen, but doesn't happen when your mind is stuck. Okay? Now, your King of Cups is clarified by the King of Wands. Now, some of you could be saying I have to choose between a water sign or a fire sign person. But if this isn't about love for you, this is about the culmination of you. Kings are like the endings of something. So you've learned everything or developed a certain amount of stuff in these areas, in the areas of your emotions and spirituality, of your body and ambition, of your passion. And I feel like when they're apart, you don't know if you want to head in one direction or a different direction. One of spirituality and emotions, or one of straight ambition, passion, that fiery drive. Where your 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, feels like there needs to be a merger. So they're here because it's like you have two different personalities, or two different, not personalities, personas. These are two different personas. And when you get emotionally over emotional or unstable, you get into one persona rather than the other. So it's like, man, if this emotional spiritual stuff isn't working out, then I either go really, really hard at work, or really, really into my passions. Could be sex, could be your work, could just be the 3D-ness of the world. It's more practical, and if that part isn't working out, some of you possibly dive way more into your spiritual side, right? But what can come, a real successful outcome could come if you merge those two personas into one. It's like they lend some kind of like advice to the other one, because you can't make it on either side without the other one. It's like you try all of this drive, ambition, and passion, and then you start to feel like spiritually and emotionally unfulfilled. And then if you go too far on the spiritual emotional side, you don't practically form it into something that you can like anchor, and make it into a real thing, or like, I always wanted to turn my spiritual practice into a business or something like that, or help other people with it, but I keep it to myself because all I do is go off to myself when I'm being spiritual. I don't like share it. But when you merge the two personas together, these are two very fearless energies. He does not care that he is very spiritual, outspoken, creative, artistic. This person is very, had a heart. The King of Wands had it hard, but is very charismatic and, really bootstrapper kind of person. Like, yeah, it was tough, but I did that. And they get along with everybody, and they have a story to share. And people learn a lot from the King of Wands because he's been everywhere everybody has to go. So you have to merge those two parts of yourself instead of being two different personas whenever it serves you, kind of thing. This is why I think this star 4 of air, 4 of swords is at the top of the deck. You are a healer, but you're a healer that needs healing. You do have temperance here, more healing energy, but also some of you feel alone, and that's why you break off into two different personas. You feel alone, and one side can be safer than the other, but this healing will help the merger happen because you are a healer. And to be a more effective healer, the merge is required. Merging these different aspects of yourself. It's been a lot. You've been through a lot. I could tell you with your 10s. You have the 10 of air, 10 of cups, 10 of swords, 10 of cups. The ending of a lot of pain, the beginning and a new start for happiness. Something new has to happen. It's the balance. It is balance. Like, if you know your life has been rough, this Wheel of Fortune is saying that I'm gonna make it better. Like, it has to be better. But you have to hold on and not get so upset when things aren't moving in the right direction. You could get so upset it causes a mental block. You just mentally get blocked. And then you don't want to move forward with whatever your idea is. So your 10 of swords clarifies the Ace of Cups. And I told you guys, when you get the Wheel of Fortune, for me, even though this is everything being good, and your Ten of Cups tells me, if it was really bad, it's going to get really good. But Wheel of Fortune is in phases. Good things will happen in phases. Ace of Cups feels like phase one. Phase one. So phase one is going to be different for a lot of you. Phase one could be the start of a new relationship or friendship. Phase one could be your money being better. Phase one could just be the start of you feeling comfortable and healing and moving forward with your own ideas. Give me a second. There's something coming in new to let you know that the healing has begun. Ace of Cups. There's something, I don't know what, because it's going to be different for all of you, but there's something coming in that is trying to let you know that the healing is starting, and healing, redemption, the recompense, whatever, like everything to make it back right. And you just have to be willing to let it play out in the step-by-step phases rather than getting angry, because that kind of just throws off everything. That's what I'm feeling. That's why I'm seeing all of this Temperance and Star. Even underneath the deck here past the 10 of Cups, you have Temperance again. Angels, nothing but angels. They're really here because I know the frustration is strong. It's like something has to change. Hold on, give me a second. And I feel like that's what you could be saying. And I'm not saying I'm not saying it's you oh, you got to change, but you feel like something has to change. And it is, but step one happens first. It's not all in one. That's how I would want it to be, but that's not how it works. It looks like that's not how it's working. Not all at once. I don't think you can handle it all at once, even if it happened to you that way. I mean, obviously you couldn't, because there are two yous. If you stuck in one you or the other you may misinterpret something, or only engage your blessing in one particular way and not more of an integrated, holistic way. See, after Temperance, King of Swords is in reverse. See another sword. I'm not picking up. It could be like a Libra's manipulation against you, or an air sign person's manipulation. But I also feel like it's your own thoughts over what? Waiting and lack of support. Page of Cups. I think some of you feel like lack of support, 4 of Cups, feeling isolated. But God is going to bring you your cup. This is why it's in the upright. And here it is. Here it is. But the isolation is what's bothering you. But the isolation could be for your own protection. And I know you don't want to hear that, because even here you feel blocked. There's a block. 2 of Swords in reverse. Because I don't think you know how many people you're going to have to defend yourself against. You may not know. You may see it, but you may not know how many it is. It could be you. This healing energy is because you are a healer. You are an angelic. You're here on earth, a healer, angelic, in whatever way, shape, or form you choose to decide to use your gift. Whatever your channel is to use your gift, and you have a very strong energy that requires this amount of protection. Okay? You got to integrate yourself. Those two parts of you are going to be very, very helpful in the way you administer your gifts, right? But the waiting I see is like, I'm done. I'm done with having no support or lack of love or something like that, because I could feel it. You've reached the brim of it with the 10 of Swords, and everything is getting to you. The emotions are starting to get to you about what happened in the past, but they want you to focus on the future that you know you deserve. But it's a future that you can't just sit back and wait for. You can't sit back and wait for it. You got to put an effort toward it. And whatever your intuition is telling you to do and go is where the blessings are. And when you confuse yourself like that, you miss a blessing, or it gets delayed or something like that, because you don't want to follow your intuition. Follow your intuition about the direction that you're headed so you can get what you're looking for. This is why these two need to merge. Sometimes I think you think yourself out of stuff, because you, like I said, I feel like emotionally on one end, you've reached a certain level, and ambitiously, you've reached a certain level. I mean, even here, you have another king down here past your temperance. So sometimes you think you know more. You think you know better. And, you know, there's no reason why you shouldn't, because it's been feeling like you've been navigating some stuff alone. But you're not alone here, not with all of these energies. You're not alone. But the way your perspective is wherever it is, you don't see all angles. You can't see everything. You can't see how a certain blessing is being manifested, because it's not possibly being manifested in a normal, logical way. And that part you don't have a control over. That's what the Wheel of Fortune has control over. Give the Wheel of Fortune its time. Let the Wheel of Fortune do what it does, and you stop doubting and control your own emotions. Because the Wheel of Fortune is here to tell you that I am manifesting and bringing in the thing you need. This ace that will begin the healing. One, it'll make you feel good. It'll be something that you needed, whether it be emotionally, monetarily, and it will begin the healing. Because you are a healer. You are definitely a healer with all of these energies. Actually, some of you will find your most success, chariot energy, in healing. Okay? Not just yourself, but others. Yeah. Now, yeah, like I was saying earlier, I don't know if this is, you know, some of you, Two of Wands, could be starting your own business, moving to another place, real estate, an inheritance. These things are here. Don't doubt. Go with your intuition, but don't stop working toward what it is that you want, because you're in the energy. You're in the energy. It's just that when I feel like when you're not having interactions, you know, outside interactions or certain things, it just feels like nothing is really happening. But there's a lot going on around you. There's a lot going on. But keep working. There's a timing, and it may be sooner than you think. All right, guys, that's what I have for you. If the reading resonates, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be updated anytime that I put out a reading. And if you want to book a personal reading, the link to book is in the description box below. All right, guys, see ya.